So wonderful to have you all here on this beautiful, clear day. And we're also going to clear our mind today and experience the beautiful ultimate sunshine of the Guru's blessings. And we like to get started with the acknowledgement of country, acknowledging and paying respect to the Jagera and Turrbal people, the traditional custodians of the land on which Langri Tangpa Centre resides, paying our respects to elders past, present and emerging, seeking to repay the kindness of all mother sentient beings, including those whose land we are on, that are directly providing part of those conducive conditions for retreat. And to cleanse our system at the beginning of the day, we'll do the 9-round breathing. So firstly, settling your posture, and then we'll settle our mind. So for the posture, try and have a fairly straight spine and an alert kind of posture. And the best way to do this is imagine that a thread of light is running from the base of your spine up through your body, just in front of the spine, and coming out the crown of your head, and feel as if all the weight of your body is supported there from the crown. Let your posture naturally extend, your spine become aligned. Have your hands in your lap, right palm on top of left, with the thumbs lightly touching. Elbows just out from the torso, like the wings of a bird about to take flight. Chin just slightly tucked in, jaw relaxed, a slight smile on your lips, and your tongue resting on the upper palate behind the top teeth. Eyes just lightly closed, or a sliver of light coming in and releasing any tension from around the temples or the frown lines, the forehead. And bring to mind our Guru, Shakyamuni Buddha, whose entire existence is an antidote for all the travails of samsara. And Shakyamuni manifests into light that completely surrounds you. And as we do the 9-round breathing, you inhale that light, the light of enlightenment, and it transmits to your entire body, speech and mind, your entire existence, completely consecrating and purifying all grasping attachment, all frustration, annoyance and aversion, and all the confusions. So with the 9-round breathing, first purifying in particular attachment, so breathing out through the left nostril, breathing out all of the ephemeral attachments, and breathe them out in the form of disgusting things, which is what they inevitably turn into. Feel the great relief of breathing all of these negativities out in the form of disgusting liquids of blood and pus that just rush out beyond your reach. And then into that vacuum as you breathe in through the right nostril, breathe in the energizing light, the wisdom, the patience, the generosity, and this blissful light, Shakyamuni Buddha manifested into wisdom light, just floods through your whole system. So 3 long, leisurely breaths. And then when you're ready, swapping the nostrils over, this time breathing out through the right nostril, expelling everything in particular associated with anger, aversion, annoyance, the inability to bear other sentient beings. And these afflicting emotions and states of mind are expelled in the form of all the scary things, snakes and scorpions, again, that are forcibly expelled from your body beyond reach. And as you breathe in through your left nostril, the purifying, blissful light flows through your whole system, pacifying your system to a very subtle level. The antidotes of Dharmakaya wisdom, of infinite patience, tolerance, love, in the form of light, Shakyamuni manifested as light that fills every atom of your body. So again, 3 long, leisurely breaths. And then for the last 3, in particular, purifying ignorance and confusion, and in particular, the self-grasping ignorance. This time, as you breathe out through both nostrils, expelling all the soot, the dark smoke, all that stickiness, all the obstructing things. Every time that you breathe out, the smoke or soot begins to become a little lighter, a little more misty, like steam. As you breathe out, even the very subtle hindrances and obscurations. And into that vacuum, as you breathe in, your whole body is flooded with light and clarity. You become radiant with the energizing, enlightening manifestation of the Buddha, this infinite light completely filling you. So again, 3 times long, leisurely breaths. And now that your system is cleansed and energized, simply breathing in and out, placing your concentration on the motion of the breath and the clarity both within and without, and just a fine membrane separating the two. Your whole experience that of radiant clarity. And from within that natural state of clarity, we will adjust our motivation, including all of the attitudes from the Lamrim, remembering our Guru, and in particular, remembering how our Guru is so much more than the person of the Guru, who is our first contact or reconnection with the Guru, but actually, who is our Guru really? The great Dharmakaya, and manifesting from that great Dharmakaya, like infinite unobstructed space, arises the Sambhogakaya aspect of the Guru, the great Vajradhara. And from Vajradhara manifesting all the other Gurus. So from our heart, calling the Guru from afar, on page 125 of the Gold Prayer Book. Lama, think of me. Lama, think of me. Lama, think of me. The wisdom of great bliss of all Buddhas, one taste with the Dharmakaya, is itself the ultimate nature of all kind lamas. I beseech you, Lama, Dharmakaya, please guide me always without separation in this life, future lives, and the bardo. Wisdom's own illusory appearance, the conqueror with 7 branches, is itself the ultimate basis of emanation of all kind lamas. I beseech you, Lama, Sambhogakaya, please guide me always without separation in this life, future lives, and the bardo. The play of various emanations, suiting the dispositions of the many to be subdued, is itself the behaviour of the Sambhogakaya of the kind lamas. I beseech you, Lama Nirmanakaya, please guide me always without separation in this life, future lives, and the bardo. The play of the inseparable 3 kayas appearing in the form of the Lama is itself one with the very essence of all kind lamas. I beseech you, Lama, the inseparable 3 kayas, please guide me always without separation in this life, future lives, and the bardo. All the infinite, peaceful, and wrathful yidams are also the Lama's nature. And since no yidam exists apart from the kind Lama himself, I beseech you, Lama, who comprises all yidams, please guide me always without separation in this life, future lives, and the bardo. The ordinary form of all Buddhas arises in the aspect of the Lama. Therefore, no Buddhas are observed apart from the kind Lama himself. I beseech you, Lama, who comprises all Buddhas, please guide me always without separation in this life, future lives, and the bardo. The very form of all conquerors' wisdom, compassion, and power arises as the Lama. Therefore, the supreme Arya Lords of the 3 types are also the kind Lama himself. I beseech you, Lama, who combines 3 families in one, please guide me always without separation in this life, future lives, and the bardo. The 100, 5, and 3 types, however many elaborated, are the Lama. The pervasive master himself, in whom they are all included, is also the Lama. I beseech you, Lama, as master of all the families, please guide me always without separation in this life, future lives, and the bardo. The creator of all Buddhas, Dharma, and Sangha is the Lama. The one who combines all 3 refuges is the kind Lama himself. I beseech you, Lama, whose presence combines all refuges, please guide me always without separation in this life, future lives, and the bardo. Thinking of how the actual form of all the Buddhas arises in the aspect of the Lama and mercifully guides me, reminds me of you, Lama. Thank you of how you show the excellent, unmistaken path to me, an unfortunate, wretched being, abandoned by all the Buddhas, reminds me of you, Lama. Thank you of this excellent body, highly meaningful and difficult to obtain, and wishing to take its essence with unerring choice between gain and loss, happiness and suffering, reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of the experience of not knowing what to do when the great fear of death suddenly descends upon me reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of the experience of just now suddenly separating from all the perfections of this life and going on alone reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of the experience of my naked body falling into the terrifying fires of hell and being unable to bear it reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of how the suffering of hunger and thirst without a drop of water is directly experienced in the unfortunate Preta realm reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of how very repulsive and wretched it is to become a foolish, stupid animal and what it would be like to experience it myself reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of a refuge to protect me from this, since I'm now about to fall into the wretched states of bad migration reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of how white and black actions are experienced and of how to practice thorough and precise engagement and restraint reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of a method to escape this prison of endless existences, the source of all suffering, reminds me of you, Lama. Thinking of the plight of my pitiful old mothers, pervasive as space, fallen amidst the fearful ocean of samsara and tormented there, reminds me of you, Lama. Therefore, Lama, please bless me to generate in my mental continuum effortless experience of the profound three principles of the path and the two stages. Please bless me to strive in one pointed practice of the three trainings with the intense thought of renunciation in order to reach the secure state of liberation. Please bless me to train in the precious Supreme Bodhicitta with a special attitude, taking responsibility to liberate all migrators by myself alone. Please bless me to follow after the ocean of the conquerors with the will to cross to the very end of the great waves of the deeds of the conqueror's children. Please bless me to realize the supreme view, free of extremes, in which emptiness and dependent arising, appearance and emptiness, complement each other. Please bless me quickly to generate the experience of taking the three kayas into the path, ripening the bases of birth, death, and bardo. Please bless me to arise as the illusory divine body itself, the play of the four joys and four emptinesses, the wind and mind absorb in the central channel. Please bless me to meet the ultimate Lama, the bare face of my innate mind, with the covering of perception of true existence and perceiving it as true removed. Please bless me to be one with your three secrets, Lama, in the vast Dharmakaya of great bliss, which has exhausted the elaborations of the two obscurations. In short, please abide inseparably in the center of my heart until the great enlightenment, and mercifully bless me, the child, to follow after you, the Father. Lama, think of me. Lama, think of me. Lama, think of me. And feel that our Lama is very pleased with our cry from the heart, and spontaneously an emanation made of light comes across space to the crown of your head and melts down through your crown, coming to rest at your heart, blessing your mental continuum, consecrating your body, speech, and mind. You become of one taste with the Guru. And then recognizing that our work for sentient beings is not yet done, arising into a form to benefit sentient beings. And reciting the Refuge and Bodhicitta prayers to really focus our purpose for today and indeed for our whole life. Sangye Chedam Sogye Chonam Lai Chanchui Padui Dani Gyapsui Chi Tagi Jinsoi Gyepe Sonam Gye Drolai Panje Sangye Dropa Shoi Sangye Chedam Sogye Chonam Lai Chanchui Padui Dani Gyapsui Chi Tagi Jinsoi Gyepe Sonam Gye Drola Panje Sangye Dropa Joy. I go for refuge until I am enlightened. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Before immeasurables, may all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be separated from the happiness that is without suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from the bias of attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. And feeling the great inspiration of the Guru to help us bring these 4 immeasurable attitudes to fruition. Refreshing our refuge visualization, calling to mind the immense refuge field appearing from the great Dharmakaya on an immense pristine lotus. On this lotus are 5 thrones, the central one slightly larger, and on this Shakyamuni Buddha, in essence your root guru. And in his heart, like a deep infinite space, Vajradhara Buddha. On the throne directly in front of Shakyamuni is your root guru, Buddha manifesting as guru, young, vibrant, the guru that you most closely connect with in this life. And closely surrounding your root guru are all the gurus that you've taken teachings from, all the lamas, the senior sangha, and also including your parents, your first gurus, the teachers that taught you to read and write, and perhaps even who taught you to drive, to live in the world successfully. Even all those authors of books, those that are living, seated comfortably on cushions, those who have passed away, seated on lotuses. And they are all smiling at you, so pleased with you, of turning your mind to the Lam Rim for the benefit of all sentient beings. So pleased with you for generating bodhicitta. On the throne to the left is Buddha Manjushri and the lineage. The throne on the right, Maitreya Buddha and the lineage. And behind, Vajradhara Buddha and the lineage. And these are all gazing towards the Buddha, very devoted, very engaged, directly communicating with Shakyamuni. Surrounding them, the Nirmanakaya aspect Buddhas, the 1,000 Buddhas of this eon, the 35 Buddhas, the 8 medicine Buddhas. The Dharma manifesting as piles of texts, but made of light, and the Sangha arising as the 8 great bodhisattvas, the solitary realizers, the hearers, surrounding them the Dakas and Dakinis in dancing posture. And surrounding them all the Dharmapalas, the protectors, protecting from small scope obscurations, medium scope and great scope hindrances, from outer, inner and secret obstacles. Feel that this great refuge field is right there. We are in amongst them. And below you at the base, all the guardians of the 4 directions, the elementals and the custodians of the land. And if there is even a shred of doubt that this great refuge field is just a figure of imagination, with the invocation, now we invoke these actual beings to inhabit our visualization. And just the mere thought of this spontaneously brings them to the space right in front. Amalu sem chem kon gir kon gyur chin tu del pon che mi zel John Zella Loinam Malu Yang Dai Kien Gyuepem Chom Den Koi Chen Nedin Shel So Protector of all beings without exception, divine destroyer of the intractable legions of Mara, perfect knower of all things, Bhagavan and retinue, please come here. The 7-limb prayer. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own and others' merits to the great enlightenment. And offering a mandala. Sagil Pokim Joshim Meto Tran Rablinji Nide Yampadi Sangye Jindu Miteo Yidroi Kunanda Shin Lai Chopasho Yidam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamni Atayami. and think that your mandala is very joyously received. And so then focusing now in particular on the guru entering the heart and how your mind is not separate from the guru's mind, in essence of one taste with the guru's mind. How it's just the coverings of our temporary obscurations that obscure that truth. One taste. So making a prayer to the Guru that may we never arise heresy for even a second in regard to the actions of the glorious Guru. May we see whatever actions are done as pure. With our devotion, may we receive the Guru's blessings in our heart. Making a prayer to the Guru, magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. And think that we too are inspired by the pure bodhicitta momentum of the Guru. And our most subtle mind is moved by bodhicitta to arise into a form to most benefit sentient beings, either as the deity or as a Vajra body instead of the product of karma and delusion, a body that is the product of dependent arising and our virtue. And it is from this point of view that we offer our practice. So if we turn to the method to transform a suffering life into happiness, including enlightenment, to the speech blessing, which is on page 14. To really consecrate our system and bless our system. On the tongue of our Vajra body, there manifests a incredible clear syllable R, which transforms into a moon disk, the manifestation of your bodhicitta, and on this, in the center, a syllable Om, and surrounding the three mantra garlands, the vowels, the consonants, and the mantra of dependent arising. And these mantra garlands, the syllables are three-dimensional, standing upright, like neon, but very soft and supple, each one dancing in their own form and emitting their own sound in an incredible harmony. And light beams radiate from these mantra garlands, reaching all 10 directions of space. And these light rays hook back the power of speech from beyond samsara, of enlightened speech. The light rays absorb back into the mantra garlands and they become incredibly vibrant and bright. The light rays also hook back all of the auspicious symbols, the symbols of a king's reign, that continuously fall into the mantra garlands and the moon and the Om, like snowflakes absorbing into a lake. Blessed with all auspiciousness, all the enlightened power. So freshly energized, then we recite the Sanskrit vowels, and as we do, white light and nectar flows from that central mantra garland, filling your whole body, which becomes incredibly vibrant, and it purifies all the negative karmas collected with your body during beginningless rebirths. Om a I u ri ri li li e o ang a swaha. Om a I u ri ri li li e o ang a swaha. Om a I u ri ri li li e o ang a swaha. Then from the Sanskrit consonants, the red mantra garland in the middle, light and nectar beams flow and fill your whole body till it becomes incredibly radiant and red. All negative karmas collected with your speech during beginningless lifetimes are completely purified. Om kaka gaga na, cha 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 na, ta 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 na, tra 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 na, pa 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 ma, yara lava, shaka saha sa swaha. Om kaka gaga na, cha 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 na, ta 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 na, tra 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 na, pa 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 ma, yara lava, shaka saha sa swaha. Om kaka gaga na, cha 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 na, ta 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 na, tra 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 na, pa 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 ma, yara lava, shaka saha sa swaha. And then as we recite the mantra of dependent arising, deep blue light, bottle blue, flows, light and nectar flows, filling your whole body, which becomes incredibly radiant. And it purifies all the negative karmas collected with your mind during beginningless rebirths. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava, heten teken tatagato, hayavada teken sayo, niroda, evam vadi maha shramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava, heten teken tatagato, hayavada teken sayo, niroda, evam vadi maha shramanaye swaha. Om ye dhamma hetu prabhava, heten teken tatagato, hayavada teken sayo, niroda, evam vadi maha shramanaye swaha. This mantra of dependent arising grows brighter and brighter, and that light is drawn into the central mantra garland, the red one, which in turn grows incredibly bright, and this light is drawn into the innermost mantra garland, the white one, which grows brighter and brighter, and this light dissolves into the Om. The Om becomes so radiant, it dissolves into the moon disk. This moon disk transforms into a syllable R, It's red on the inside and white on the outside. This R dissolves into red-white light that absorbs into your tongue, which becomes of Vajra nature. The power of your speech becomes marvelous. Whatever you recite is multiplied 10 million times. The dedication prayer for the speech blessing on page 16. May my tongue have all the courage of the ones gone to bliss. By the power of my glorious words, may all sentient beings be subdued. May all the meanings of whatever words I say be accomplished instantly. And now your tongue, power of your speech, newly blessed, your tongue feeling all sparkly and alive like sherbet. All of the refuge recitations becoming effortlessly, spontaneously, perfectly beneficial. For our particular meditation this morning, the purification and blessings from the Guru. So feeling very close to one's Guru. Every single wisdom and attitude of the Guru coming to you in the form of light, in the form of texts, in the form of the Guru's name mantra, in the form of all the seed syllables. So the name mantra of all the Gurus, especially His Holiness the Dalai Lama, emanates from the heart of the Guru, coming out the mouth of the Guru, as each letter emerges, singing its own sound. And countless emanations of this mantra, like a rainfall, absorb into you. All of the incredible characteristics and qualities of the Guru that are perfectly reflected in the name mantra, like the very DNA of the Guru, absorb into you, changing your DNA. So it becomes one with the Guru's qualities. Your Vajra body, by nature, by its fundamental nature, completely pure, receives all of the qualities of the Guru in the form of countless name mantras. Each of the letters dancing, each of the sounds harmonious with the others. And as these enter your Vajra body, you become harmonized with the Guru. Your DNA becoming harmonized with the infinite qualities of the Guru, absorbing into you, aligning completely with all of the qualities and characteristics of enlightenment. And then infinite seed syllables emanate from the Guru's heart. Tara's seed syllable of Tum, Chenrezig's seed syllable Hri, the seed syllable of Manjushri, D, the syllable of Medicine Buddha, Hum, and the syllable of Shakyamuni Buddha himself, Mum. Countless emanations of these very seeds of enlightened qualities absorb into you like a infinitely perfect periodic table of enlightenment, the very essence of all the qualities of enlightenment absorbing into you in the form of these seed syllables without missing out any. And these awaken all of the seeds of your own enlightening qualities as they absorb into you. Some very large, some very tiny, a continuous rainfall like a gentle snowflakes absorbing into a lake. You receive and absorb the entire periodic table of enlightenment. And then also all of the special items of the Guru, their holy texts. We know Lama Zopa Rinpoche travelled with none of his own possessions, but suitcases of texts. So these texts, but manifesting in their wisdom form, made of light, emanate across space, absorb into you, this light absorbing into you in the form of texts. All of the holy relics that Lama Zopa Rinpoche carried, from not just one Buddha, but many Buddhas. And these holy relics fall into you like a rainfall of dewdrops, multicolored rainbow light. All these holy relics and texts carry the Guru's mind, the Guru's wisdom, the Guru's infinitely kind bodhicitta attitude, and they dissolve into you, consecrating you with their wisdom. Your wisdom becomes inseparable from the Guru's wisdom. Also, if the Guru had particular implements like a mala, or for instance, the slippers that Geshe Zopa wore whilst circumambulating Borobudur, the begging bowl or Dharma robes, emanations of these made of light come across space and absorb into you. You are blessed with that activity. All the implements of the deities, Manjushri's sword, Medicine Buddha's medicinal herbs, Tara's upala flower, Chenrezig's nectar vase, Vajrapani's thunderbolt, all absorbing into you and blessing your body, speech, and mind. And also infinite stupas, representing the holy mind of the Guru and all the Buddhas, some as large as Mount Meru, some medium size, filling in all the spaces, some as tiny as flecks, rushing towards you, made of light, absorbing into you and merging with your heart. All the 8 great stupas, including the stupas of enlightenment, the stupas of reconciliation. Your heart becomes consecrated and enlightened, one with the Guru's heart. So reciting the variations on the refuge prayer, I take refuge until I am enlightened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly by my practice of giving and other perfections. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I am enlightened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I am enlightened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge in the 3 rare sublime ones. May I become a Buddha to benefit all transmigratory beings. I take refuge in the 3 rare sublime ones. May I become a Buddha to benefit all transmigratory beings. I take refuge in the 3 rare sublime ones. May I become a Buddha to benefit all transmigratory beings. I go for refuge to the Guru, to the Buddha, to the Dharma, to the Sangha. I go for refuge to the Guru, to the Buddha, to the Dharma, to the Sangha. I go for refuge to the Guru, to the Buddha, to the Dharma, to the Sangha. Lama la kyapsu chiwo, Sangya la kyapsu chiwo, Chola kyapsu chiwo, Gendun la kyapsu chiwo. Lama la kyapsu chiwo, Sangya la kyapsu chiwo, Chola kyapsu chiwo, Gendun la kyapsu chiwo. Lama la kyapsu chiwo, Sangya la kyapsu chiwo, Chola kyapsu chiwo, Gendun la kyapsu chiwo. Lama la kyapsu chiwo, Sangya la kyapsu chiwo. And as we continue our refuge recitation, then infinite gurus manifest from the guru in front of your crown, some very huge, some small as flecks, infinitely absorbing through your pores, consecrating your physical body. Every single cell becomes the guru. Different gurus have shown kindness in various ways throughout our life, from worldly protection to protect this precious human life, so rare to find. Our parents, our teachers, our doctors. Various gurus have given initiation, oral transmissions of the Dharma, offered commentary, given us vows to hold. Some have inspired us to do retreats, inspired us to help others. So each guru playing a different role, all these gurus, a manifestation of your root guru, a manifestation of Buddha, come across space and melt into you, purifying your mind, purifying ordinariness, consecrating you with the divine qualities of the guru. And one by one, all these gurus dissolve into you. And also multiple gurus, multiple emanations of your root guru, made of light, in the light bodies, infinitely pure, continuously melt into you, into all of your pores. And then remembering the kindness of each of your gurus, their role in your practice, their role in your life, and even perhaps their role in previous lives. One by one, they dissolve into light and absorb into your guru, all of the surrounding merit field, also dissolving one by one from the outside inwards into light and absorbing into your guru. As each of your gurus dissolves into light, really recognize their kindness, their inspiration in your Dharma practice. Until finally your root guru grows smaller, brighter, even more clear, and absorbs gently into the heart of Shakyamuni. Shakyamuni Buddha, who is always your root guru, who is loving you even before you were born. Shakyamuni Buddha, Guru Shakyamuni, dissolves into light, and this light absorbs into your crown and flows down and comes to rest at your heart. You become completely one with the Guru's holy body, speech, and mind. Blissful in the emptiness of the I. One with the ultimate Guru, the great Dharmakaya. The bare face of your innate mind. And then through the stirring of your bodhicitta, your great and deep wish to perfectly help sentient beings, you arise into a form to help others. And we can dedicate our life to being able to benefit others. So we continue in the method to transform a suffering life into happiness. The dedication verses on page 8, halfway down. Determined to obtain the greatest possible benefit from all sentient beings who are more precious than a wish-fulfilling jewel, I shall hold them most dear at all times. May I become like a wish-granting jewel, fulfilling all the wishes, and like a wish-granting tree, fulfilling all the hopes of transmigratory beings. For the sake of accomplishing the two purposes of all sentient beings, without any sense of loss or concern, I give away my body and likewise my enjoyments, such as food and clothing, and even all my virtues accumulated over the 3 times. By abandoning attachment and giving everything away, I will pass beyond sorrow, and my mind will achieve the non-abiding, sorrowless state, the state of omniscience. Since I'll have to give up everything all at once when I die, it's best for me to give it away to sentient beings, because Buddhahood is attained in that way. As I've already given this body, an impure aggregate, to all beings to use for their pleasure. Even if they always kill me, criticize me, beat me, and so forth, I will let them do whatever they like. From now on, whether they play games with my body or make it an object of laughter by ridiculing and making fun of it to hurt me, since I have already given this body of mine to sentient beings, why would I resist by protecting it and so forth? I will also use it to do any virtuous action that doesn't harm and that benefits others. Whenever any sentient being encounters me, may it never be meaningless for them and always be meaningful. Whenever someone has an angry or devotional thought arise just by looking at me, may that attitude alone become a cause that always accomplishes all the temporary and ultimate purposes of that being. Whenever others criticize me with their speech, harm me with their bodies, or likewise insult me behind my back, may all of them have the fortune to achieve great enlightenment. May I be a savior for those who lack a savior, a guide for all those beings who enter a road, a boat, a ship, and a bridge for those who want to cross the great water. May I be an island for those who seek the safe shore of an island, a light for those who want a light, bedding for those who wish for bedding, and for all beings who desire a servant, may I become a servant of them all. May I be a wish-granting jewel and a wish-fulfilling vase, giving rise to whatever is desired, such as food and clothing. Powerful mantra, accomplishing the actions of pacification, increase, and so forth. Great medicine, curing every sickness. A wish-fulfilling tree, satisfying every need. And a wish-granting cow for all beings. Like the four great elements, the earth and so forth, and like the sky, may I always be a means of living in every way for the innumerable sentient beings. Likewise, may I be a means of living at all times and in all ways for the realms of sentient beings equaling the extent of space until they all attain the sorrowless state. As long as space remains, as long as transmigratory beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the suffering of transmigratory beings. With light radiating from our heart to accomplish these great aims. Taya ta om mune mune maha munaya soha. Taya ta om mune mune maha munaya soha. Taya ta om mune mune maha munaya swaha. 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 And then dedicating all of our efforts that everything that we've meditated on today, may it come to pass very quickly so that we can achieve all of our aims. Gyoadin Yoduda Lama Sangye Dro Gyoenem Dro Wai Ji Kyang Ma Lu Pa De Yi Sa Go Pa Sho. Jam Chu Sem Chu Rinpoche Ma Kya Pa Nam Kya Gyo Chi Kya Wa Nyam Pa Me Pa Yang Gone Gundo Belwa Sho Tony Tawa Rinpoche Ma Kya Pa Nam Kya Gyo Chi Kiawa nyampa me payan, gone gondo bewa shoi. Rimni topa rimpoche, makia panam ke gyochi. Kiawa nyampa me payan, gone gondo bewa shoi. Jiten kandi pendel malupa. Gan le zhong wei san pao yi jin noi. Kadrin so me tenzin kya zoi la. So wa de so tu she lon ru shu. Yon so zo pe to ten rim poi. Che she dan dro pe zin shin po wa la. Nam ya mi zhong zo pe goi cha. Chen su me je son la ma so wa de. Jitsun lame kutse arab ten jin nam kai trin le cho chu gyu pa dan lo san tempe drome sa son gi dro we mo sel ta to ne gyu chi. And that completes our first session of the morning.